Hey guys, Dennis78382. Do you live in your truck? Nope, I sleep in my truck. This is where I live, folks, wherever I'm parked that day. I am from west of Philadelphia, born and raised. DJ Jazzy Jeff, let's get together, bro. Drop my intro. Stunning day here in Rockport, Texas. Good time to do a review. Pulled pork, Canadian, menu 12. My buddy Tracy Phillips gave me this when I was visiting him up in Arkansas. Tracy and his lovely family. So let's see, we got date squares. Never had these, heard about them. It's a dessert. Got some coffee. I love coffee. Got a lemon lime drink. Got 2 lemon lime drinks. Use that to make up 1 bottle. Reese's Pieces. Cool. I love Reese's Pieces. Me and E.T. Sweet and salty almonds. That sounds good. The Pain Burger. I've never had the Pain Burger bun. Pulled pork. If I remember right, this pulled pork is kind of a beef stew kind of thing. A mixing bag. Peanut butter. Jam. What else we got? Coffee whitener called creamer, I believe. Got a napkin. Okay. Got some sugar. Put that in the coffee. Red hot Frank sauce. Okay. I guess we're using that today. Got all-purpose towel. 4 Tic Tacs. A spork. I'm ready to go, folks. Red tip matches, which I don't have a use for today. I'll save them. And this does not come with a flameless ration heater. I could boil water and put this in there. What's the fun of that? Let's put Mother Nature to work. I cooked it on the tailgate last time. I'm going to try it in the window here because my dashboard gets super hot. We'll see if that works. I think it will. Since it was a beautiful day, we took a tour. Stopped here at the post office, Callahan, Texas. Population 200. Peak was about 1930 when it was a booming oil town. About 400 people. I believe this is a red-tailed hawk. Just getting a little supper there. Heading in to the Choke Canyon State Park. There are alligators in the park. And this particular section of the park is basically just for boat launches. They do have some picnic areas set up, but the water is at a super low level. So this boat ramp was really steep. I think the highest point they said here was 226 feet above sea level. And it's just a beautiful little area. That's the Choke Canyon Reservoir. There's another part of the park that allows camping. We're going to head over there next. But this is, we followed the dam road. And you're not allowed to drive across the dam. But there's the dam right there. But the dam road was closed. It had a dam gate. Couldn't even go across the dam. But it was kind of neat. Just a gorgeous day. I've never been in this park before. It's between 3 Rivers and Tilden, between Corpus Christi and San Antonio. So it was a nice little surprise. Very beautiful. Found a spot to eat my lunch. I'm going to play the movie game. Here comes the first quote. There ain't no way you come from my loins. When I get home, first thing I'm going to do is punch your mama right in the mouth. Back in Rockport, guys. Going to start getting the drinks fixed up while I have the main cooking in the little windshield. get the coffee going. I don't usually add cream and sugar, but we will for video purposes. And tell you the truth, if it's going to be cold, I like it with the cream and sugar in it. If it's going to be hot, I like it black. Shaking it up, one of my favorite motions right there. And that's where using the bottle comes in real handy. Got your own built-in shaker. Got the 2 lemon lime drinks. Going to use the spout that I use for the coffee, so I get a little coffee residue into my lime drink. For you fans of 3D, make sure I get it off the bottom there. Here's a little motion for you. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. And now the drinks will be all ready to go. So these 2 deer are kind of boxed into this little large rectangular area. The only opening is this little gap in the fence. That's how they got in there, but they can't figure how to get out. Hey, what do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea. Comedy gold, folks. Comedy gold right there. Here's a dirty one for you. What's the difference between beer nuts and deer nuts? Well, beer nuts are 49 cents a pound, and deer nuts are just under $1. Comedy gold, folks. Comedy gold. Here comes the last one, and it's really dirty. Don't listen to it if you're easily offended. Two drunk deer stumble out of a gay bar. One looks in his wallet and says, "I can't believe I blew $40 in there." Comedy gold. Okay, guys, we're going over to the Callahan Union of Choke Canyon State Park. Little deer. Saw several deer as we were driving around the park here. These are the shelters. There's a shelter area. There's a tent camping area. This is pretty vast over here, so you get to see a little bit of everything. Do I know any camping jokes? Yes, I do. Do I know any funny camping jokes? No, I do not. Let's tell them anyway. Guy goes to the psychiatrist. Says, "Doc, I'm a wigwam. I'm a teepee. I'm a wigwam. I'm a teepee." Doctor says, calm down. You're too tense." There's a camping related joke for you. It's not quite comedy gold, but we're going to call it comedy gold. This is the other side of the lake, like I was saying. It is funny that they call this and the other side units. You know, like the Callahan unit, because in Texas, that's how they divide the state jails. My buddy that I talk about from time to time is in the Dominguez unit. So it's just weird they would break the state parks down with the same thing. But these are air conditioned. I haven't been inside one, but this park is neat. It's relaxing. Just lots of little roads going back and forth. We saw deer, all kinds of wildlife and birds. Lots of hiking trails. Pretty cool little spot. And it's relaxing here. And almost every road you go down, it's almost like a different type of topography and different types of trees. And we're just keeping our eyes out now for anything that might run across the road. Some deer passed in front of us. This is right by the tent camping area and a little observation tower. This is just a little side pond, if you want, off the reservoir. And we have seen a lot of different birds here. I guess it depends on the time of year that you come, that you're going to spot different birds. Baltimore Oriole, I recognize that one. Used to see them all the time up in Baltimore. Rosetta spoonbills are all along the coast. I've filmed those over in Portland and Rockport. But there are alligators here. Alligators do exist in this area. I don't spot any. But I'd really like to, I'm not 100% sure of what type of hawk that is that we saw earlier, because I looked it up online, and every hawk kind of looks like that hawk, but not exactly. So I'm sure one of you guys will have better knowledge of it than me, and maybe you can leave in the comments what type of hawk that was. But it's a light breeze today. My microphone, my external mic is not working. They're sending me a replacement. I got a tripod and we're going to move on to the next little town. I believe we're heading towards Tilden, Texas. Here comes the second movie quote. Give me a $1 sandwich and a Dr. Pepper, and make it quick. I'm in a goddamn hurry. Nice ass. Had a few bicyclers stop. They're out walking around right now. Trying to think what I want to do with the meal. The smart thing would peanut butter and jelly on the pain bun. Eat the nuts. Eat the Reese's. I'm not going to do that, of course. You know me. I like to smash stuff, mix it up. And I've heard a lot of good things about this date bar. And it's really moist. It has a good smell of it. I'm going to break off a little piece and try it. It's absolutely delicious, just like it is. Doesn't need any help. Let's screw it up by adding stuff to it. You guys know I have a denture, so I take that out and usually throw it at the camera whenever I'm doing a review like this. But I'm going to take these nuts, the peanut butter, the jelly, smash up the Reese's Pieces, throw it in the bowl, mix it up, and this is really good. This is really good. It's rich. It's got a great taste to it. I think if I eat this, I'm going to go into a diabetic coma. So I'm going to use the mixing bag to store it. I have that later tonight or tomorrow. All right, guys, definitely out in the boonies. You can usually tell when you're out in the boonies because there'll be a tree in the middle of the road. Just pulling into Bigfoot, Texas. Bigfoot, Texas. Yep, it's a real place, folks. Named after a pretty famous Texas Ranger named William Bigfoot Wallace. So there's that name again, William Wallace. From the movie Braveheart, William Wallace here. And I actually have a friend, William Wallace, Bill Superfoot Wallace. Kind of a karate legend, martial arts legend. Good guy. Stayed at my house, stayed up late, eating cheeseburgers and ice cream. So Bill actually swears the grease from the cheeseburgers is what keeps him so flexible. And he's serious about it. There's the Bigfoot, Texas water tower. Not much of a tower, but I bet you it holds water. So we got to give it that, right? Pretty cool. And here's another huge post office, the Bigfoot, Texas post office. And we were having a little discussion which post office was bigger that we saw today. There's a barn. It's a recreation, but it's still pretty cool looking. I believe that's a recreation of the home of William Wallace. And there is the William Wallace Museum, Bigfoot Wallace Museum. Yeah, called that right. At least I got something right today. And we're keeping an eye out for rattlesnakes and other friendly critters of Texas. But it's pretty cool. It's got a kind of a log cabin structure. If you're ever going to come here, call ahead online. Make sure it's going to be open if you're coming here specifically to see the museum. It's open the second Saturday of every month, and this is the second Saturday. I cannot quite make this out. 1860, huh? Yeah, this town was established in 1860. Right now it has about, it says online, 450 residents, which is kind of surprising because there's no stores here, no gas stations. The nearest thing is probably like 20 miles away in Devine, Texas. There's an old gas pump. It's nice to see the glass on it. I don't know if that glass is original. But Devine, Texas, and maybe Hondo is a good distance from here. We're going to head to Hondo next because it's the name of an old John Wayne movie. So, got to go to Hondo. And it's pretty neat. They have some beat-up old farm equipment. Some of you farmers out there are lovers of heavy metal will know more about this stuff than I do. But I just think it's a neat little area. It's no one's here. I was here about 2 years ago. No one was here then either. But, yeah, there's a lot of history here. There's an old covered wagon. That's what I grew up in, that wagon right there. Used to ride that to school. If it wasn't for John Wayne movies, I wouldn't even have ever even seen half of this stuff. It's nice to get out west. I used to, like when I lived in Philadelphia, Texas was like a dream place you only heard about on movies. And then when I got older, I traveled a little bit and went to Texas and Los Angeles, the places you only heard about. So I do love traveling, even if it's just day trips like this. I'm going to get ready to do a little cruising coming up shortly. Floor it for Jesus. You don't think there's a speed trap up here, do you? I just thought that was funny. Little floor it for Jesus sign. But that's pretty much Bigfoot, Texas, folks. Just a little blip on the map, but I see a town called Bigfoot. I got to go. I keep saying I'm going to find Bigfoot one day, and I think I found Bigfoot again today. I'm absolutely in love with these little country roads. And we've been traveling on roads like this all day today. Still got a little ways to go. Going to get up on the main road up here and head to Hondo, Texas. Hondo! Giddy up, y'all. Let's get back to the food portion of our program. It's about 91 degrees, guys. You can see there's a good breeze going. This is my first Canadian ration, and I am impressed so far. Pain burger. This is like a hamburger bun, and the peanut butter and jelly sure would have tasted good on this, but it's separated pretty easy. Let's check my windshield cooking. This is hot, folks. It's not warm. It's hot. And it's hot on both sides. Let's get this pulled pork out. I've never had pulled pork with potatoes in it. This kind of looks like Denny Moore beef stew to me. But I guess they're trying to make a meal out of it and give you some carbs. This isn't health food, folks. It's emergency food, something to keep you alive in a bad situation. So you really don't need to leave comments about it's not healthy, blah, blah, blah. You go ahead if you have to. I understand it's the highlight of your day. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy this meal. I got the Red Hot on here, the little packet of Red Hot. You see some of it trying to get away there. Let me get that on the food. Get in there. Get in there. This actually has a really good taste to it. These rations surprise me all the time about how they can make things that'll last for years and years, and it still has a decent taste to it. But this Canadian one is one of the better ones I've had. Thank you again, Tracy. I'm going to finish this up. No problem at all, folks. Got some Tic Tacs, got a little drink left, and my dessert for later. Third movie quote. I don't think my dog bit you, mister, because Fred definitely don't like grease. Back on the road, leaving Bigfoot, Texas behind us, heading up to Hondo, Texas. I picked Hondo to visit. I've been here before. I picked it to visit because it's the name of an old John Wayne movie, Hondo. It's the county seat of Medina County. I love these old Texas storefronts. It's a gorgeous day out. It's around 89 degrees. There's an anvil hanging in front of that shop. There's the courthouse. It's huge. This is a town of 8,800 people, about the size of Rockport, and that's the courthouse. There's the old jail. They use it as office space now, but they restored the exterior to its original look. The Medina County Jail. 2 floors. You did not want to go there. That is amazing that they were able to restore that. There's a little plaque here. I'm going to get a quick shot of the plaque, and if you guys want to read it, you can pause it and read it. It's interesting. Tells you about the jail. The stone is from the local quarry. This is the back of the courthouse, which has a pretty cool look. I guess they added that fire escape there to keep it up to code. But that's a beautiful building. Local stone. A lot of these small towns, if they were the county seat, that's kind of what is keeping the whole county alive, you know, even nowadays. I think this town started around the mid-1800s. But the courthouses in Texas, some of the churches you come across. The first time I came here, and even this time, it was just a spur-of-the-moment thing, so I didn't get to do a whole lot of research. There's like a highway that runs by this old part of town. There's a guy, that's a pretty cool car shop. Runs by the old part of the town, so kind of the highway causes you to bypass this little historic part of the town, you know what I mean? And that little highway part has every fast food and chain you can think of. This area has a lot of restaurants. I'm not really eating right now, but it'd be cool to come back, kind of check things out when I had more time, maybe spend the entire day just in Hondo. What do you want to see next, guys? Let's go to the next little town. Check it out. Has anyone figured out the movie that we're doing today? Kind of fits in with Texas. Eastbound and Down. Here we go.
I just passed another Kojak with a Kodak. This place is crawling with bears. Where the hell are you? That's a final movie quote, guys. Did you get the movie? If you have a guess, put it in the comment section. If you want to know what movie it is, check the description.
Well, I got this Canadian multi-use towel. And it reminds me, I've got this American TP. And it's time to go to war. Let's see which one's better. All I got to do now is head over to the front lines here. This is where the real battles go down. And we'll be able to pick a winner. May the best country win. Wow. A lot nicer in here than I thought it would be. So let's get this test started. Starting off with the Canadian. Let me get... Whoa. Man, that gets the job done, doesn't it? Pretty soft. Kind of absorbent. Okay. Let's try the American over here. Just open up this little pack here. And let me give it just one ply. Let me... ooh. Wow. They're both pretty good. I'm going to have to call it a draw. Heading in the general direction of home right now. If I happen to see something, I'll stop and check it out. Whenever I'm on a road that I haven't driven before, I'm very excited. I don't know what's over this next hill. I don't know what's around the next turn. And I really like that. Found this little courthouse, saw it from the little road. Little road that's going through the part of town. It's the county seat. It's I love these courthouses in Texas. All brick here. Just the architecture of it, the layout. A lot of these courthouses are the same from all four sides. I don't know the reason for that, but it's interesting. A lot of history. This one doesn't look all that old, or it was recently, refurbished. Heading back home, going through the fields now. Some wind turbines coming up. Texas is the only state where it's so hot they had to install fans. Thanks for coming along for the trip, guys. I appreciate you.